influence. This is about the children coming up being programmed to think that this is okay, that this is cool because their mothers and aunties and grandmothers have already been programmed by the system to see wisdom as weakness and whoredom as strength. The behavior
She's spitting. She's spitting to see wisdom as weakness and whoredom as strength. Oh, I, oh, I, what's her name? Carmen JC. You go, girl. Get you a like right there. Yo, peace and high vibes. We live in the hot com, rapping number 9, man. We in this month. Family, we in this jump. Y'all see about this title we finna get into. Turn on my post notice to keep up with me. And yeah, man. Apparently, the female rap game is a psyop. Wouldn't put it past the industry. We know how this shit be, but let's get into it. Bow, bow. Video by.
I want to
Hold
know,
on. Hold on. Video by Carmen JC. Let's get to it.
your kids listen to your music?
Yeah.
I want to know, do your kids listen to your music?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Female rap has got
Sexy
to
Red got
go.
kids?
We
Oh
are
yeah, she was
literally
pregnant.
witnessing a complete degradation of Black women. And quite frankly, it is spilling over into other communities as well. And they're all doing it willingly, proudly, which is disgusting. The image of a Black woman used to come with pride, with power, with dignity. Now the image have been hijacked and traded in for prostitution music, stripper culture, and social media stupidity. What we're watching isn't just embarrassing. It is spiritual decay dressed up as empowerment. And I'm sorry to say this. Actually, I'm not sorry. These women need to be stopped. It's
I didn't even know it was really dressed up as empowerment anymore. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought we just accepted what it was. Honestly, I thought they just accepted what it was. I thought they chose their fate. You know what I mean? I thought that empowerment shit was back in like the 2010s. I thought in 2025, we know that y'all ain't on this jump shaking your ass and doing OnlyFans and doing sex work because of woman empowerment and empowering the feminine woman and shit. Y'all not doing that. Y'all just want to do it. And that's okay. Feel me? That's okay. If that's how you want to exist, then that's how you choose to be.
be clear. This isn't just about music. This is about identity. This is about
It is still like she is right though. It is spiritual degradation. I like that. I like that. It is spiritual degradation. But as long as you know what you're doing.
influence. This is about the children coming up being programmed to think that this is okay, that this is cool because their mothers and aunties and grandmothers have already been programmed by the system to see wisdom as weakness and whoredom as strength. The behavior
She's spitting. She's spitting to see wisdom as weakness and whoredom as strength. Oh, I, what's her name? Carmen JC. You go, girl. Get you a like right there. You only a minute in.
coming from these female rappers, these people that are encouraging it, it is all disgusting. And this is not to say that male rap isn't disgusting too, but let's be real. The men aren't the ones that's raising these children. And I'm saying, if Black women will embrace someone like
Touche. Touche. What are you gonna say about that one?
Sexy Red into the community, celebrating her, a girl that sells gonorrhea lip glosses, raps about hoochie coochie, and just glorifies dysfunction like it's some type of cultural currency, then the culture has no hope. We are in full cultural collapse, and everyone should be alarmed. Let's stop calling it female rap and call it what it really is. Prostitution music. These women aren't just rapping, they're marketing dysfunction, they're branding disease, yellow discharge.
Excuse me? Blue balls. Gonorrhea. Yellow discharge. Oh, this was her. Yeah, coochie juice. Yeah, this was not. Yeah, this was Sexy Red's lip gloss line. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely outrageous. You look at all these ingredients. There's for some lip gloss, motherfucker. All you need is some oil.
Lip gloss,
All right, let
gonorrhea
me
lip
stop.
gloss, literally STDs turned into brand identities and sold back to little girls as empowerment. And Sexy Red is the main perpetrator of this. She's the face of it. She's the one that's pushing.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry. I know I'm pausing a lot, but Sexy Red really is the representation of the spiritual degradation that she's talking about. The what she call it, the death of dignity and rise of parasites. No funny, Sexy Red is the face of that because what she promotes, how she is, and this shit alone, this lip gloss line was just the nail in the coffin. It was the icing on the cake, for real, the cherry on top. The way she is the propaganda and the perspective of black woman that the industry and the elites or whatever the fuck you want to call them uh want to push onto us
It,
and the newer generation.
she's the one they allow to sell the dysfunction to them and their children. And the problem is, they don't see nothing wrong with it. They don't boycott her, but they want to boycott Target. It is completely disgusting. Even Jennifer Hudson brought her on her show, The Jennifer Hudson Show, a grown woman with a platform and a EGOT, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, sitting across from a girl who glorifies STDs and prostitution and embracing her like she's a role model. Let's go ahead and take a look at that exchange.
You did. She met my son.
He's so sweet and handsome.
Thank you.
You got a good.
He was like, "Can you make him a video?" Because I have my son, and like
I ain't gonna hold y'all sorry, but when I was why am I saying sorry? It's my reaction video. But when I was in my psychosis phase and shit like that, you couldn't tell me Sexy Red and Suki wasn't men. Not gonna hold you. Everything I love, I would see them and I swear to God, I thought they was men in disguise.
7 of his cousins in this
Thought they was a transformer. Decepticon, you know what I mean?
past summer, I want to say they wanted to come see Sexy Red. Was it at the Chicago Festival?
Yeah.
They're music heads, so thank you for making
Yeah.
my son's day. They
Yeah.
would never forget it. I want to know.
Now, see, here's something else. Here's a perspective that we also have to talk about that other people kind of look past and shit like that. Sexy Red is I think she's the glorification of what a lot of impoverished black women already are. Y'all feel me? I feel like she's put up on a pedestal saying, "Hey, look at me. You can be successful being like this and being her." Then becoming an idol and a mogul for everybody else that already exists in that sexy red energy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like hood rat. That's what we'll call them. Hood rat energy. Feel me? There's plenty of women that do. And now sexy red being propped up the way that she is, women now they're being more enabled to stay the way that they've been and keep pushing it onto the children.
Yeah.
They're music heads, so thank you for making my
Yeah.
son's day.
But I say all that to say that still give a little bit of grace. Feel me? Still give a little bit of grace. Cause yeah, even though what's being portrayed and what's being put out there is bad, it's degrading, all of that. Understand what we come from and that it takes time to work through shit. And that if you're not even aware yourself, you're gonna wind up pushing it onto the children and then continuing the cycle. We gotta be aware, give grace to the people who are unaware, and then inform them.
They would
Yeah.
never forget it. I want to know, do your kids listen to your music?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
The fact that Jennifer Hudson lets her child listen to Sexy Red is all you need to know. They are trying to sell you the idea that this is normal, that this is okay. This is how the elite work. They do not sell dysfunction directly. They use familiar faces to do it. So when you see someone like Jennifer Hudson co signing it, you think it's okay. You think, well, if she approves, it must be fine. It is not okay. It is not fine. And I'm going to be honest. I think Jennifer Hudson is going right along with the elite's agenda. You don't just get an EGOT like that. That is not a small achievement. It is actually extremely rare. Yes, she has a beautiful voice. I'll give her that. But let's really think about like, have we seen enough of a body of work to justify all of that? Because something kind of feels off to me. I could be wrong, but just outside looking in, it looks suspicious. There are some questionable things that happened in her life before she got the EGOT, back when she was obese, before she was skinny.
If you didn't kill Jennifer Hudson's family, who did?
I don't know.
What is
I
this,
mean, I
Lord?
could sit here and speculate to many names and just throw them out there to you. It still wouldn't solve it.
Now all of a sudden she's skinny, she has an EGOT, and she's sitting across on a talk show, her own talk
Yeah, she
show,
got a talk show
praising
now.
Sexy Red. Interesting. Really interesting. This is how you know the industry doesn't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your daughters. They only care about one thing: pushing dysfunction and protecting the puppets who do it the best. And what does the music actually teach? Be unreachable, be uncorrectable, show your body, ignore your kids, disrespect your men, and call that a win. But to be clear, the win is only for the system, the loss is ours. Everyday Americans lose because of this, not just Black people. Because while these women keep rapping about being independent and unbothered, they're dragging the image of Black femininity deeper into the gutter with every verse. And like I said, it's not just the young ones. It's the adult women, the 40 plus crowd, the aunties and the grandmas. Grandmas reposting it, mothers dancing to it, little girls have these lyrics memorized, but they cannot read a book. Amazing. What we're witnessing is not music culture. It is identity warfare, and the battlefield is in the mind of the next generation. This is not about music, it is about erasure of dignity. It is about replacing power with promiscuity. And it is about turning the divine feminine energy into a dollar store whoredom and selling it to a dying culture as if it's liberation. Because this isn't a red flag anymore, it is cultural suicide. So I want to talk about what happens when you normalize parasites like Sexy Red, because she's not just one person. She is a gateway to a cultural collapse. And now we're seeing the clones, we're seeing the monsters. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of those monsters now. I'm not playing a sound on this because, quite frankly, it is beneath all of us. But I'm going to walk you through what they are saying and brace yourself. So they're
Oh
outside of
Lord.
KFC holding chicken
Yeah.
boxes in 40s, rapping about plant
Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I heard this shit already, bro. We gonna I'm gonna find the audio of this shit. But this shit was like sad as hell. This straight out of what's that movie called? This straight out of They Clone Tyrone. This whole scene, this whole thing that they tried to do is straight out of the Boondocks and They Clone Tyrone, bro.
Bs and how they're tired of taking Plan Bs
I mean, my goodness. All right, all right, all right, all
because the
right.
men won't stop ejaculating in them. I am not kidding. And they're talking about how they need money in order to basically have their time, and that their man knew that they were whoring before
Sorry,
he
bro, but that girl is a unit, man. Y'all seen her? Y'all seen Big Shorty? I ain't gonna hold you. She is a unit. She is a force to be reckoned with.
met them. So
All right,
he
I'm sorry.
should just, I guess, be okay. I don't know. The music and the lyrics is quite disgusting. So I don't suggest anyone listen to it. I think it should be banned from the internet, even though I am pro free speech, but I'm just saying it is quite disgusting. Nothing about this is culture, and nothing about this is anything to be proud of. And quite frankly, these girls should be ashamed of themselves.
Here's the thing too, right? And I'm just playing advocate, right? You could argue, y'all don't want to accept, y'all not gonna want to hear this, but you could argue that that is what our culture is. Honestly, you could argue that that's what our culture is. The the portrayal, the young boys and the Lil Durks and the Pooh Shiesties, the Sexy Reds, the Meg the Stallions, and the whoever else, right? They they kind of are representations of what the culture already was. Now they're just the new people that push the propaganda and shit, that push the programming, but the culture was already that. Feel me? There was demand before there was supply. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Before they started selling it to us, we already wanted it. They knew to sell it to us because we wanted it. I'm at least talking about this generation. Feel me? When this shit originally started back in the '90s, when the psyop originally began. Feel me? When the psyop originally began, uh, they created the supply with NWA and shit. But now, the less people, and it's the more people. Let me say this the right way. The amount of people that are moving away from this kind of music is growing. It's increasing. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that there's still demand and people who want this shit is why it keeps on being in supply.
And Black people should be ashamed for allowing this.
And that's because that's what the culture is. We say that this shit runs the world, that our culture is prevalent and influences the world and everything, right? What is that culture? The same culture that's getting scrutinized against. I feel like that's what needs to be changed. We need to create a new culture, and that way there's a new demand for whatever the industry supplies. There we go. Took me a while to get there, but I got there.
To even exist publicly. I am not going to ignore the fact that this girl is 500 pounds standing outside of a KFC, she should not be eating. I cannot with the most bottom of the
Baby, you've hit capacity. Eventually, that pancreas are gonna give out, man.
barrel women being put on Front Street. I don't care if they're just doing it randomly or if somebody is paying them, but it needs to stop because the amount of dysfunction being normalized in the Black community is off the charts. And the fact that these women feel okay posting this type of content, it just shows you how far we've fallen. But it gets worse. There's another one. She's like a sexy red clone, and she's out here singing about she can't wait till she drops her baby. Let's take a look at her. Brace yourselves. So as you can see, she has the full stripper aesthetic. She's clearly pregnant with a bikini top on and just the most disgusting look ever. Apparently, she's going to buy a truck and pop out. I don't know what that means. Honestly, I don't know. I don't want to know what it means. But I have to say, I hope she plans on being a mother. I mean, I think that's the most important thing. 'Cause I don't know if
I'm
she
about to
deserves
say, bro, get that trash off my fucking screen, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I let that shit play for way too long, gang. Y'all couldn't even see for real. Oh my god, you're welcome. Here, let me still show y'all though. I'm a look away though. I ain't gonna, oh wait, I don't even gotta mute myself. Let me just turn that off. Sorry, guys.
brace yourselves. So as you can see, she has the full stripper aesthetic. She's clearly pregnant with a bikini top on and just the most disgusting look ever. Apparently, she's going to buy a truck and pop out. I don't know what that means
Guarantee them chains fake.
means, but I have to say I hope she plans on being a mother.
Guarantee them chains fake. Cause who the fuck are y'all?
Things she should be thinking about, but judging from this performance, I highly doubt it. And to be honest, I don't know if she deserves to be a mother. I don't know who's raising this girl or who's encouraging her to do this, but this is just completely disgusting. And this is what happened when we normalize parasites like Sexy Red. You breed cultural monsters. But this is what happens when culture rewards dysfunction and confuses disgrace with empowerment. This isn't just a Black issue anymore. It is a full blown cultural virus. What started as stripper rap, baby mama glamour, and lip glosses named after STDs has officially infected everything. Dysfunction has gone mainstream, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at this clip of Bad Baby. She is the Catch Me Outside girl from Dr. Phil, and Alabama Barker is Travis Barker's daughter. And they were beefing because allegedly Travis Barker's daughter slept with her baby daddy. I don't know. But instead of handling it in private like adults, both of them ran straight to the internet and dropped diss tracks, not just sneak disses, full on songs surrounded by girls and dudes with trash talk. Okay. They are twerking, they're name calling, they're flexing. Like it looks like some hood stuff. Okay.
Influenced
It's
by who?
everything we've come to expect.
Mind you, it's white women. It's, these are white women we're talking about acting like what? Feel me? Where do you see that behavior the most? In what community? It's ours. So it's our culture. So it is like we do have a culture, but our culture is not something positive at all. We really do. That's what we need to change. We need to stop focusing on that music and what the culture is and actually start building something new. Dead ass.
From today.
Because the more we take pride in this culture, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I will say that back in the 90s, they created the demand, but now we need to stop demanding it. Feel me? When all the psyops originally began, they created the artificial demand, making us think that this is what we wanted, glorifying this and making it seem like it's cool because it's something we already experience on a day to day. Now that we're realizing the negative effects of it, gotta start building a new culture.
Low effort, low value female rappers. Let's take a look at Bad Baby's video. As you can see, she has on this two piece and she barely has anything on. I have to take out the parts where she is completely naked. But she is just surrounded by a bunch of people and she has this hood aesthetic with, I don't know what she got going on, but she's just dissing the other girl, calling her a whore, and she's just basically saying that she slept with her baby daddy. And that she would beat her and all of this stuff. Like essentially just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. And the same thing for the Alabama Barker girl. We're going to take a look at her. And mind you, she's from Calabasas. Okay. And she's doing exactly the same
Cali.
thing as you can see. She is just essentially saying that she won't have to touch her and she'll have people do it for her. And, she's getting white girl wasted. And it's just a whole mess. Okay. This is cosplay on both ends, and this is privilege pretending to be
Cosplay.
pain, and this is exactly what the clone effect looks like. Dysfunction doesn't stay contained, it spreads and it gets imitated. And now it's trendy to act like degenerates no matter what background you come from. We're not just watching a cultural war, we're watching a identity crisis. Girls raised in stability are imitating chaos. Girls with babies are beefing like they're in homeroom. And the sad part, people are eating it up like it's some type of empowerment. But this doesn't empower anyone. It doesn't heal. It doesn't elevate. It's spiritual decay with a beat and a filter. And let's be honest, if this is what's going viral, then the artists aren't the only ones to blame. The audience is too. We've hit cultural rock bottom when Glorilla wins a gospel award. I am not kidding. This is the woman who raps about being promiscuous, sleeping with multiple.
And I really wish Glorilla wouldn't like. She shifted into this. This was not what well, her lyrics were kind of that, but as far as how she portrayed herself, it was not this extreme as what it is now. You feel me? It was not always like that. I saw her turn into what she is now, and I don't like that shit, bro. Because Glorilla is a really good rapper. No funny shit. She is a good rapper, but she just
Men
going with the agenda.
disrespecting men, acting masculine, and proudly promoting dysfunction. And she's being celebrated in the name of God. I don't know if it's because her middle name is Hallelujah, but it is embarrassing. And the real
There
problem
you
is
go.
nobody is allowed to say that because Black women run the culture and the culture has made itself immune to correction. You say something, you're a pick me, a self hater, a misogynist, anything but right. And let's not act like this only applies to men. Even when other women say something, they get attacked because the second you criticize this kind of madness, they hop on you like a pack of hyenas. They don't want truth. They want obedience. They don't want no correction, no reflection, just microphones with no mirrors. Everybody's performing, everybody's clapping, but nobody wants to listen. They defend the most degenerate behavior, and if you dare say something about it, you're automatically the enemy. And let's be honest, accountability is dead when it comes to Black women. They only listen to the people throwing money at them, and even then, they don't listen. Ask the men paying their bills, or the women trying to warn them, or anyone who holds up a mirror, they get chewed up for it. Because in this culture, validation means more than values, and being loud means more than being right. So when dysfunction gets a standing ovation for a gospel award, that is not progress, that is clown world. And I mean it. If you're anything like me, you're tired of watching the circus, tired of seeing the dysfunction dressed up as personality,
On
tired
the
of watching
interstate
grown
though,
women act like children, and tired of children.
on the interstate though, Shawty ankle is strong as shit.
If you're anything like me, you're tired of watching the circus, tired of seeing the dysfunction dressed up as personality, tired of watching grown women act like children, and tired of children acting like they've never seen a book. And everybody wants to clap like it's something revolutionary. Let's be clear, none of this is okay. It is just loud, embarrassing, and spiritual bankrupt. Like, it is disgusting. We have girls rapping about the most disgusting lyrics and have children repeating it. And we're supposed to call this growth? Please. The mothers are cheering it on, the daughters are copying, and the men either stay silent or get crucified for trying to correct it. But me, I'm going to keep talking because this isn't about music. This is about culture. This is a psychological takedown dressed up in lashes and lip gloss. If you think that this is harmless, you are not paying attention. If you think that this is just entertainment, you have already been programmed. And if you get offended by what I said, good. Because maybe, just maybe, that offense will do what applause never did, make you think. I am Carmen JC, and I am not here to stroke your ego or tiptoe around the truth. I am here to hold up a mirror. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who needs to wake up. I love you guys.
This is a really good video. Good video by Carmen. Last thing I'll say, bro, is something I think about is there is genuinely strippers and escorts with children. Feel me? Like they're whole mothers. And I be thinking to myself, are they just okay with their children being influenced by their actions? Like, even if they're not intentionally influencing them, children are still subconsciously influenced by what their mother does, by what their parents do, period. So I always think about that dynamic and how kids are just gonna like what is going to how are those kids gonna end up? You know what I'm saying? How are those kids gonna end up being while witnessing your mother be a stripper, not for a small period of time, but like no, that's her career. Like she is a Houston hottie. She's out here busting it for some cash. You know what I mean? Something to just think about, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this jump. Catch y'all in the next one. Number 9 signing out.